Hey, Rob here. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the exact phrase you should use anytime you ask a woman out for the first time. So let's talk about asking a woman out. Like I said, I've got the best phrase you can use to do it, and I'm going to tell it to you in a second. But first, I need to point out a huge mistake that most guys make when asking a woman out on a date. And this happens in person, it happens over the phone, it even happens on text. And it's that they just don't ask. One little tweak I made to my game that dramatically improved my success with women was that I stopped asking and I started assuming. Now, this sounds easier than it actually is, because for most of our lives, we're scolded whenever we assume something. And moreover, we're always looking to other people to feel comfortable, especially with women that we're attracted to. And look, I was no different. I used to pepper women with all sorts of bizarre questions before I could even feel I could be allowed to ask her out. Before suggesting a date, I'd have to know her favorite types of food, what her schedule looked like, and most important of all, I would want to know if she liked me, like a lot of guys. But by the time I actually got around to actually asking that girl out, all the sexual tension and excitement fizzled. Still, I was blind to my mistakes. I thought I was being chivalrous and acting like a gentleman because I was trying to show her that I was sensitive to her needs, or whatever guys convince themselves that they're doing that's better than whatever jerk that she's talking to, or they're trying to convince her that they're not a jerk. And ironically, what I was doing her, was showing her that I didn't care about her biggest interest at all, which is what turns her on. Girls could care less about where you take them, what food you order, or even the day you ask them out. All they really care about is how you make them feel. Now let me say that again, emphasizing the most important part of that last sentence: how you make them feel. Even if you take her on the perfect date, if she isn't excited or swept away by the experience, all that perfection doesn't count for shit. She's not going to want to go out with you ever again. Think of it this way: if a woman simply wanted to go out and do all the things that she liked, she'd take herself out on a date. Not fully knowing what's going to happen next, that's what excites women. Moreover, she wants to surrender herself to a strong, confident man who brings her into his party, into his world, and not the other way around. So while it may seem risky or even pushy to assume that she wants to go out with you, and perhaps even more presumptuous to plan an entire date without consulting her, do it. Get in the habit of doing it, and you and your girl are going to be much happier that you did, trust me. This begins the moment you ask her out. I put that phrase in quotes because you're obviously not going to be asking anymore. Simply say to her, "Hey, let's go out this Thursday. I know the best place. Wear that dress you know I love, and I'll meet you at whatever location you're meeting at 9 o'clock or whatever time you want to meet her." If she has a problem with your invitation, trust me, she'll let you know. Most of the time, the only objection women have to these sorts of assumptions are logistics. Maybe she can't meet until 9:30 or whatever, or she suggests a different day. But when you start ending your invitations with a hard period rather than a tentative question mark, it may seem a little scary at first. It may take some balls to actually ask a woman out, or it may take some balls to ask a woman out this way. However, once you see the amazing results from doing so, you'll probably wonder why you were ever asking her in the first place. After all, the first three letters of assume are ASS. And by the way, if you're not sure if you should be taking her out, there are certain signs you might be missing. Over the years, I've discovered 88 different ways you can figure out what a woman secretly feels about you. And I put these signs that you should be looking for and some really cool tests that you can give her into a report called The 88 Ways to Read Her Mind. You can grab a copy of it at unlockherlegs.com/readhermind.